Hi everyone, welcome back to Pretty Well. Dr. Angela here with you. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you what I take with me when I go on a trip. I'm about to go overseas and I'm super excited. And I just love to take with me things that I know are probably going to make my trip a little bit more comfortable. So sharing this with you guys in the hopes that it helps some of you as well. And if you have questions or other things that you like to take with you on your trips, by all means chime in so we learn together and we get to discuss this all. But this is what's usually in my travel bag, some version of this, but this is what's happening, what's coming with me tonight for my trip tomorrow morning. So I will usually add some CoQ10 of some sort to my routine. I love CoQ10 anyways. It protects all of our cells from aging prematurely. But CoQ10 also helps our heart muscles contract in a more powerful way. And so, you know, that thing that tends to happen sometimes when we're traveling on long flights where we can get some fluid buildup in our ankles, CoQ10 cuts that down quite a bit. It's always wonderful, you know, when you're on the plane to also walk up and down the aisles. Compression socks are wonderful, but CoQ10 is a really good helper. There's another product I don't have with me in this lineup, but I often take it with me. I'm just out of it right now. It's called Kidney Korrect by Designs for Health, and I'll put that in the description box as well. And the Kidney Korrect product has some adaptogens in there, and so tonifying the adrenals is always useful, and there's some mild diuretics in there too. And so that's a great product that helps support kidney tone, helps support water balance in the body, and so it's a great one to keep down extra puffy, swelling water retention in the legs when traveling. So that's another good one. Here's my adrenal support that I'm taking with me. I take both Eleuthero, I take that all the time. And when I'm extra tired, and so sometimes, you know, 15-hour, 17-hour flight, that might make me extra tired, I'll take some stronger adrenal support with me. So Cortivive from Integrative Therapeutics has some licorice in it, so it makes it a bit stronger. So I take these two with me, and I'll write all this in the description box. And then NAC, I kind of bounce back and forth with NAC, but NAC is a wonderful liver detox support product. And so, you know, sometimes when I travel, I might have some alcohol that, you know, is different than my daily routine. There's definitely the exposure to sometimes air pollution or cigarette smoke or different things that are outside of my normal routine that I normally wouldn't come into contact with, but perhaps because of the company I'm with, because of, you know, where I am in the world, if the air is more polluted, just more for my body to deal with. And so I ramp up the detox support so that there's not negative consequence of that extra exposure, or there's less of a negative consequence. I will also take some high potency multivitamin mineral with me. I like these days with the over 40 business, taking things that have more antioxidant support. So this is a nice multivitamin from OrthoMolecular that also has some mitochondrial support, some antioxidant support. So really helping our cells to make extra energy, slow down any premature aging, and just keep us replete with all of our B vitamins, all of our minerals. And the B vitamins are really good helpers for detox. So again, you know, if there's a little bit of, you know, something different like alcohol or something that is different than your normal routine, a multi will help you process that because they're cofactors for all your detox pathways. And then, you know, just because sometimes when you change time zones, sometimes jet lag can happen. And so to minimize that, I take things to help me stay on a regular sleep routine. And so when I'm on the plane, if I want to sleep, I might take something that's a little bit calming or sedating. So I love this product called GABA Ease from Botanica. And GABA just kind of calms down the nervous system. And then there's some herbs in here like passion flower and hops and skullcap that do that as well. So I'll take it before bed when I get into my new time zone, sometimes on the plane if I want to sleep. I always take magnesium with me because magnesium is also a wonderful helper with sleep, but it also really keeps the bowels moving. And, you know, for many of us, when we travel, we can get a little sluggish there. So that's a good helper for multiple reasons. I always like to keep a little theanine as well. Sometimes, you know, if you just have one of those nights where your brain is just going. I don't know if any of you have that issue, but I have that issue sometimes where I don't necessarily need to be thinking about something right in that moment, but my brain has this little habit, and so just to kind of help my brain kind of shut off, I will do a little theanine sometimes. Or if I'm just anxious, if something is bothering me. It's always just nice to have little helpers. Theanine's just an amino acid that's just very calming to the nervous system, but it's not sedating. So you can use that one during the day as well, but you can also use it before bed if you've got that little kind of cyclical thought pattern happening. So that's kind of the bedtime nervous system winding down routine that I do. I always take immune support with me just in case I'm getting sick, somebody else is getting sick. So I'll take, throat lozenges that are sugar-free, very important. So I've got some Ricola and some Zand with me, but there's lots of wonderful brands in the health food stores. But just you really want to make sure there's no sugar in them because it kind of defeats the purpose to have a throat lozenge with sugar in it. If your immune system is on the fence, having sugar will tank your immune system. So make sure they're sugar-free. And then I like to take a bottle of wellness formula with me. This is basically takes everything out. It's antimicrobial, so it's antibacterial and antiviral. It tastes really strong though, so it's like over the years, they have different versions. They have tablets, they have capsules, and they have the dropper, and it definitely works and it tastes really strong. And so sometimes if I feel like I'm not that sick, I'll do something that tastes a little better. Like this lysine extra. This is more of an antiviral support. But common cold is viral, flu is viral. I take homeopathic flu remedy with me to ward something off. If I start to feel like sneezing or body ache or anything that seems like, something viral is moving in, I'll take something like that and extra licorice because it's very antiviral. If you have high blood pressure, you need to watch out with licorice, but if you have low blood pressure, very, very helpful. And then digestive support, because when you are with friends and other people, sometimes you eat things that are a little different than your normal routine. So digestive enzymes just break down anything that's different. I will also take probiotics, but they're in the fridge. Activated charcoal in case you got some kind of food poisoning or you ate something that was a little bit bad or you just had a weird bloat come on. You don't want to take charcoal long term because it'll bind up all your minerals, but for a pinch it can be very helpful. And if like diarrhea started up, you could take charcoal. I always do take conventional stuff with me too. I mean, this is the funny part. I think people think, naturopathic doctor doesn't take anything conventional. I take everything conventional and everything natural. You never know what you're going to need. And of course, you're going to find an urgent care or a hospital or something if something really terrible happens. But it's good to just have stuff in your bag. Like I have the total Mary Poppins bag when I travel because, it's just, you don't want to be without stuff in case you need it. I always take allergy stuff because when my body gets tired, I can definitely tend towards more allergies, and I've seen it happen where people who don't normally have allergies all of a sudden have allergies. So I take allergy formulas with me. A nice natural one, this one's called ALLERGY from Oregon Wild Harvest. It has quercitin and nettles and some more NAC. Very nice, and a little bit of vitamin C as well. Magnesium is also natural antihistamine. But then, I will take Benedryl with me. I will also take topical anti-itch stuff, so both steroids, hydrocortisone, and sometimes I take prescription stuff as well. And then, but this is over the counter. I literally went to the dollar store today and picked up a tube of hydrocortisone. This is a tube of topical generic Benadryl. And then I also got a numbing gel. This is benzocaine 20%. This is, for internal canker sores, something like that, but you could also use it topically if you got stung by something. So just needed to numb a spot up if you had jellyfish bite you, or just, just needed quick numbing. And then I always take some aspirin, some ibuprofen. Aspirin, it's like if anybody ever got a blood clot, chest pain was happening until you got to the hospital, just extra helpers, right? And then in case anybody got diarrhea, I just, take some conventional stuff with me there as well. I always take arnica. You never know, any kind of tissue trauma. Topically, I always take some for internal use as well. And so there's a couple main brands, and so I'll put those in the description box for you, but you can get those at your local health food store. So this is my little remedy kit. Vitamin kit, supplement kit, drug kit that I take with me when I travel. Hope that helps you. Again, if you have other suggestions that you'd like to share with the community, please chime in. What do you like to take with you when you travel to make yourself extra comfortable? Make sure you have everything you need. And many times we don't need this stuff, but it's nice to just have stuff in case you need it. So we will see you back here next week. Looking forward to your questions coming in. I will definitely answer some of those as I travel. I've got a long flight. I've got 17 hours ahead of me, so I'll have time to catch up on some of the questions that I haven't answered. And Dr. Patty's been recovering, so we've been a little slow on some of our questions lately, but we will get to them. Thanks so much for being a part of the community. We really hope this helps you, and keep giving us your topics as well for what you'd like to learn about, and we will keep recording for you. All right, see you back here soon. Take really good care. Bye.